6:15 in Douala. Thanks and welcome to the news with me, Henry at Timby. We begin with our top stories. Grief and panic rips through New Bell neighborhoods in Douala 2 after 2 children died of suspected food poisoning. The children are reported to have eaten locally made biscuits handed out by a familiar street vendor. 6 other victims are still under observation at the Douala Lakentini Hospital. And tongues continue to work over rumors of Minister Issa Chiruma's resignation from government. More than 24 hours after the social media alert, there is no official information on that. Welcome to the 6:15 news, reaching you live from our studios in Douala. Thanks and welcome to join me. I'm Henry at Timby in Douala, and of course you can hook up with us on our respective platforms for consultation on Canal International. There is grief and panic in the neighborhood of New Bell following the death of 2 children as a result of suspected food poisoning. The children are reported to have eaten locally made biscuits from a very familiar vendor. 6 other victims are still in the hospital undergoing observation. Moridi report.
This is the shop of the local biscuit vendor, and where the lives of Makeda, 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old neighbor were tragically cut short. The 2 girls were among dozens of children in New Bell neighborhood in Douala 2 who were given locally made biscuits by a street vendor familiar to the residents.
Même moi j'étais là-bas, mais je n'ai rien senti. La première fois que je vois le tonton la partager les biscuits.
That's the first time I saw that man sharing snacks. I took it, ate it, and when the chaos began, my mom told me to drink palm oil, and after we went to the hospital, I was given some medications.
Un remède noir.
According to residents, the man routinely distributed these snacks to children in the area, but this time, something went terribly wrong.
C'est le fabricant lui-même.
He is the one who manufactures the snacks. He always shared them to the children, but we don't know what happened this time around. He's always generous with the children of this area. Shortly after eating the biscuits, both girls fell seriously ill and later died. We visited their homes a day after the tragic incident, June 25, 2025, and their death sent shock waves through the community and triggered a wave of panic, especially as more children began reporting symptoms of abdominal pain and nausea.
On ne refuse pas de mourir, mais c'est la façon de mourir aussi. Et c'est bien vrai. Ça nous fait penser, ça nous fait réfléchir, ça nous fait vraiment cogiter.
Over 100 children who had consumed the same snacks were rushed to Lakentini Hospital for emergency treatment. While some have since been discharged, fear continues to grip the New Bell neighborhood. The incident has reignited concerns about food safety and the lack of regulations surrounding street food vendors in Douala. An investigation is ongoing, and samples of the snacks have reportedly been sent to a laboratory for testing.
Meanwhile, some of the victims have been discharged from the Lakentini Hospital, but 6 of them are still under observation, as we hear from you, Morindi.
At the Lakentini Hospital's pediatric wards in Douala, a young girl wipes away tears as she grapples with the loss of her younger sister, a victim of a mass food poisoning incident. This tragedy unfolded after children consumed cookies from a local bakery in New Bell. The girl, now recovering, recalls the harrowing moments when her sister succumbed to the illness, a pain that still haunts her. It is the same situation faced by this family. Currently, 6 children remain hospitalized, with 1 in the intensive care unit. Medical staff report that the overall condition of the parents of the patients has stabilized compared to the previous day. Many families in desperation administered home remedies like palm oil before seeking medical help. One caregiver mentioned that out of his 2 children affected, one has been discharged while the other continues to receive care.
Médication ici au district de Douala.
They were taken first to Newbell District Hospital, then transferred to the Lankantini Hospital. There was a crowd here. There were a lot of children in the hospital. I had a 12-year-old son and this smaller one, but the boy has been discharged. When she started vomiting, we gave her palm oil. Another man, he's my father's friend. He has a habit of sharing, but yesterday I could not be part of the sharing because I was sleeping, and I woke up only to find commotion everywhere. This young girl, a caregiver to the younger brother, discloses that the cookies were distributed by a family friend known for sharing treats with neighborhood children. On the day of the incident, she was resting when the distress of her siblings and the ensuing commotion in the neighborhood alerted everyone to the unfolding crisis.
Pour le moment, il faut que je dise qu'on attend, observer toujours, parce que dans la nuit elle a beaucoup vomi.
All affected individuals were transferred from Newbell District Hospital to Lankantini Hospital. As of the latest update, hospital authorities confirmed that 105 individuals were hospitalized, with only 6 remaining under observation, including 1 in the intensive care unit.
Thanks very much, Maureen D. But we stay with you as you are telling us that the death of some of these victims who consume snacks on the street has brought to the fore the question of food safety, be it at home or on the streets or even in restaurants.
In Cameroon, street food is a vital part of daily life, offering affordable meals to many. However, concerns about hygiene of these food vendors have been raised.
Products like fish and meat, after observing the quality of the fish and the meat that was delivered to us, we put them immediately in the freezer.
Studies indicate that a significant number of food vendors, restaurants and others in cities like Douala and other bigger cities operate under unsanitary conditions, highlighting the potential health risks to consumers.
In the littoral region, our first occupation is doing what they call veterinary animal inspection, and this is something that is that we do so that consumers can have agile access products of animal origin that are of good quality, that are fit for human consumption. Usually the first step is hygiene, good hygienic practices. You can have a product that is very good, but during manipulation, during handling, it is contaminated.
The Zone C's program, led by veterinary experts from Yaoundé, has initiated a sensitization phase targeting restaurant owners, roadside grillers, and many others.
Now the gaps go right from the personnel themselves, the workmanship, to the environment in which they are working, to the quality of the raw material that they are processing, and even the methods that are being used.
This phase involves assessing the cleanliness of kitchens, the quality of meat use, and the overall sanitary conditions of food preparation areas. The goal is to identify gaps and improve the sector's hygiene standards.
Being on the field, trying to appreciate the hygienic conditions with respect to the treatment and management of everything that is food of fish and animal origins.
Many vendors lack informal training in food safety, and the absence of proper sanitary facilities exacerbates the problem. Efforts are being made in the Ministries of Fishery and Animal Husbandry alongside a Ministry of Public Health. These through the Zoonosis, a program to educate vendors on best practices, but challenges remain in ensuring consistent compliance across the board.
Thanks, Maureen. Elsewhere in Yaoundé, it is a heartbreaking incident that occurred in Ekunu, that is in Yaoundé 4 district, where a 5-year-old child was swept away by running water following torrential downpour. And it is reported that the rain started when these children were actually doing laundry by the stream. Unfortunately for them, the water level had risen. Beatrice Ngamo.
Little Suhana, 5 years of age, was with her elder sister and another engaged in laundry here at the source. Flowing water, where many see as an advantage in the Ekunu chiefdom under Yaoundé 4. That fateful Monday, they were very engaged in their chore. When the water changed, it started to rain, and the little girl reminded her elder sisters about their mother's warning that when it rains, they should get home. Everything changed so fast. The water flow grew deep and wide. The elder sister held her tight as it clung to a stone. The force of the rainy water pulled her from her sister, who, in the blink of an eye, was lost.
Elle a lâché la main de sa petite sœur pour emporter sa petite sœur et elle a arrêté la pierre.
Rushing with all her might to alert the population, who searched the water to no avail. The next morning, family members who were not around, along with the firefighter men, searched and searched, trailing the water's path.
Selon ce que les gens du quartier nous ont dit, c'est que quand il pleut, l'eau qui ici partout, ça se déverse là-bas.
2 days going, the search is still on, but little Suhana is nowhere. The family are begging for in-depth search as they display her picture all over, lost in pain and surrounded by uncertainty, afraid it might not be just that.
Very unfortunate, thanks, Beatrice. And talks continue to work over rumors of Minister Issa Chiroma Bakari's resignation from the government. More than 24 hours after that social media outlet, there is still no official information on that.
Speculations continue to flow over the resignation of the Minister of Employment and Vocational Training, Issa Chiroma Bakari, as announced by some social media handles on Tuesday, June 24th, 2025. While the rumors were flying to and from all angles, the former government spokesperson spent the day in office receiving internal and external collaborators, leaving the office in the evening as usual, and reached out to by some traditional media organs. Issa Chiroma Bakari says he will make a statement on the issue this Wednesday if necessary. And spotted at the Garwa airport this afternoon from Yaoundé, many have become more curious about the circulating rumors. But close sources underline that he is in the North Regional Capital to attend a meeting of his National Salvation Front party, earlier scheduled. Meantime, work at the ministry this Wednesday is unfolding normally, with no key information on the resignation alert. No official letter on the subject yet, but Cameroonians continue to react, holding on to the slogan of no smoke without fire, especially following Minister Chiroma's latest outing, expressing disappointment with Bia's 43 years regime.
Thanks very much, Cynthia. We'll be keeping our ears on the ground to get the information. The publication of the tender board documents or procurement public contracts in Cameroon shall henceforth be automatic, that will take place online. And so this is thanks to the second version of the Cameroon online e-procurement system, as you report at the Bonaventure.
The dematerialization of public contract procedures stems from government's desire to make great use of ICTs in public procurement with view of improving governance and efficiency in the execution of state budgets.
It's very important to handle this project because we want to achieve some objective. The main objective is the transparency of the procedure of the contracts, and we want to enlarge the capacity of the actors and stakeholders.
The second version of the Cameroon online e-procurement system, dubbed Cliquez, according to public contract stakeholders, will increase speed, strengthen transparency, and guarantee fairness in public contracts.
The first phase was very good but very timid. But now is the second phase, which is very important, because in number we will have more actors and more stakeholders to participate, and in quality also we will have more quality of the procedures.
Cliquez is result of cooperation between Cameroon and Korea via the Korean International Cooperation Agency to enable the automatic generation of tender documents, the publication of scheduled projects, and the launch of consultations.
Ate Bonaventure reports in there, and as Cameroon gets up ahead of the presidential and election as well as legislative and municipal come in 2025 and 2026, of course stakeholders are doing everything to make sure that elections hold hitch-free. Beatrice Ngamo was part of a meeting that took place with stakeholders of the election process.
The ongoing multi-stakeholders platform meeting is not only to seek solutions to challenges facing the electoral process, but also to contribute through the creation of a conducive environment that strengthens democracy in Cameroon.
Objective is to promote dialogue between political parties and other actors of the electoral process. It's very, very important to promote dialogue, because without dialogue, people will go in dispersed ranks. Number two, the intention is to have an inclusive election. Election should be inclusive for all Cameroonians to participate. It's very, very important. And the last one is training. We are not only training ELECAM staff, we are training also all those people who concur in the management of elections. Administration, the police, the military, everybody is involved.
Comprising ELECAM, the United Nations, political parties, civil society organizations, religious bodies, and more. This to not only strengthen ELECAM in its mission, but also boost civic engagement. Harmonious commitment by all the actors before, during, and after the elections.
What we need is to see some peaceful election being organized here. They should be inclusive election. They should be peaceful election. They should be the reflect of the will of the Cameroonian people. And in this endeavor, you can count on the support of the UN system to help Cameroon go through this electoral process.
This multi-stakeholders consultation is not new. It comes after that of 2018 and 2020. It is the fallout of old-long technical cooperation with the United Nations, which aligns with national governance strategy, prioritizing transparency, citizen participation, institutional accountability, and peace building as key pillars of democratic consideration.
Beatrice Ngamo, thanks very much, and you are drawing the curtains for this edition of the 650 with me, Kejang Henry Atimbe. Liepiju is just right around the corner with the brief, the actuality. From all of us, it's goodbye.